Hello and welcome to Tasting with Matt and Mike. This Mike Veach, and this is our partner in crime, Matt Kohorst.
Howdy.
And today we decided we would do some Baker's Mark special selection barrels.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason we chose this is that the Black Bourbon Society has a new expression of it out that's using the new staves that they've created. They retired the mocha stave and put in a French, what do they call it, the French Morian?
French Orient, something like that.
Something like that. Stave, but what we've done is we've picked two of our favorite expressions that we have tasted in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll give you the stave recipe for each one as we do them, and then go with that. They're all fairly equal in proof because it's barrel proof. It's somewhere usually between 109 and 111 proof. I'd say most of them are probably like 110.5 or something like that.
Okay.
So what they do with the Maker's Mark special selections is that they dump a bunch of barrels of Maker's Mark that's 4 or 5 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and empty the barrels, and then you get to pick up to 10 staves that go into this barrel, and they put those 10 staves in the barrel, put the barrel back together, and then refill it with Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark. Mm-hmm.
And then they let it set for another 6, 9, 10 weeks in their cave.
It's really cool. I've never
which-
been there. It's cool.
Yeah, because they like a cool temperature for doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
When they first started doing it, before they built the cave, they only did this during the winter.
Okay. That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, and
Now, why would they just do it in the winter?
because they like that cool temperature, they don't want it to get too hot.
They want to get too hot. Okay.
And they age it for a while, then they bottle it at barrel proof and unfiltered, and there you go.
Gotcha. So if it gets too hot, I guess maybe are you losing some there? Is that why they want to keep it
No,
cool?
they think that when it gets too hot, you get too much tannins out of those staves, and they're looking for the
Okay. That's good to know.
sweet spots out of it.
Yeah, okay.
So the first one we have here is from 8 Up Restaurant Private Selection. We've had this one for a while. It is 110.7 proof. And the stave recipe is 1 baked American Pure 2, 3 seared French Cuvée, 1 Maker's 46, 2 roasted French Mocha, and 3 toasted French Spice staves. Those are all the different staves.
And the mocha one is the one that they've done away with.
The
now,
Mocha is the one that they've done away with. And this is really a really good recipe. And they will, like if 8 Up went back to Maker's Mark now and said we want to remake this recipe, they still have the mocha staves and they will remake old recipes for you, but you can't make any new ones with the mocha stave.
Ah, okay. Now, 8 Up, so it's a restaurant?
It's a restaurant downtown Louisville. It's on top of one of the hotels. I forget which one it is.
Okay.
But it's right there, close to 4th Street Live, was like 4th and, what would that, 4th and Chestnut maybe, somewhere along in there.
Okay.
So the first thing I noticed, you get a little bit of that apple fruit from the makers, but then you start getting caramel and chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of a baking spice maybe. It's a very well balanced. There's nothing
It
that's
is.
really dominating
Mm. Get a touch of oak, too.
it. A little touch of oak.
Smells really good.
So let's take a sip. Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Like I
yeah.
said, that apple from the original makers is still there.
It is.
But then you get that spiciness, that baking spice, kind of a allspice nutmeg.
Mm-hmm.
You get a little bit of that chocolate, particularly on the finish
Yeah.
from the mocha stave.
Yeah, and I get like a nice kind of, it's kind of like a red peppery finish for me, you know?
Yeah, well, there is a little peppery. You get the chocolate. It's just like if you've ever been out to Art Eagles and had one of her. Every now and then I've seen her do a chocolate with some pepper in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like black pepper, like red pepper flakes, or.
I think it's like just like pepper flakes. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, very tasty.
Very tasty.
But yeah, I do get that apple like right off the bat,
Right.
and it's delicious.
So let's see what cranberry does for it.
All right.
Well, that really enhanced that apple.
Nice apple.
And it tames the chocolate, but boy, that spice
That
really
spice
comes
really
out.
came through.
You're right. It's almost like a little bit of baking spice, but mostly like pepper, white pepper,
Mhm.
maybe a little bit of even cayenne.
Yeah, so it's got a good flavor, but it is pretty spicy, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do like that when like it can be hot, but hot with a little flavor to it, not
Mhm.
just like burn and tannic, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, this makes a really good old fashioned. I know that because I
Oh,
was
yeah,
up at
I bet.
8 Up and had them make an old fashioned with this,
Oh, nice.
and it was really good. So let's see what a pecan does for it. Well, that really enhances the caramel and the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Tames the pepper. You get
It tastes
still
better
get
too.
you get a little bit more. You get more baking spice than pepper.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
But then on the finish, that baking spice and the oak is just like still lingering. I
Like
mean,
right
this
there,
is
yeah.
really, yeah.
Yeah, it sticks with you. Yeah. Is that called the Kentucky hug?
Yeah. Well, the Kentucky hug's when it got kind of warmness going down.
Oh, right down. Okay, gotcha. Feeling that too.
Yeah. It's very good.
Mm-hmm. I really like this expression, and it changed with all three, and all three of them were really good with like cranberry, neat, and with pecan. Like, yeah, they all hit different. Like with the pecan, like you said, it like chocolate and vanilla. Cranberry brought out the fruit and the apple,
And the pepper.
and the pepper, and then neat. You know, it's
Yeah.
good blend of both.
Very good. So the next one we have here is from the old Bourbon Board of Directors from Party Mart. Once again, this is the exact same proof as the last one, 110.7. And this, it's 1 seared French Cuvée, 3 Maker's 46, 5 French Mocha, and 1 toasted spice.
So it's got a lot of those mochas in it.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, we tasted a lot of Maker's Mark one day, and I think this one was the favorite of the day.
I can't remember if it was this one or the 8 Up. I mean, we liked both of them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good day out on the porch. We tasted like 12 of these.
It's a great picture of them all lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on our Instagram. If anybody's interested in seeing the picture of us doing that, it's on my Instagram and yours. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
So. A lot more chocolate. You don't get that apple in this one in the nose.
Mm-hmm.
It's like chocolate, caramel, maybe a little bit of baking spice,
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's got a lot of that mocha in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
French mocha.
maybe a little nutmeg,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little allspice.
That's just really good.
Yeah, that's caramel
It's a-
chocolate.
Mm-hmm. It's not
I'm
quite
getting
as
a
hot.
little hint of that apple though.
A little hint, yeah. And I don't think it's as spicy.
No, actually, I'm getting more apple on the finish.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm getting like chocolate, caramel, and apple on the finish.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's lovely. Like especially mid palate right there. The chocolate hits.
Yeah.
It's nice, rich.
Oh, and then that finish is just real long with a lot of chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of pepper, but just a hint of black pepper for me, I think, in the finish.
See, it doesn't have as many of that French spice stave as that first one did.
Gotcha. Yep.
See,
That's
that
where
one,
came
that
from.
one had 3, and this one only had 1.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
This one's a little smoother, I would say. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see what a cranberry here does for it. That actually kind of brought out a little more tobacco note to me.
Definitely. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of like it took away a little bit of that chocolate, but yeah, added the tobacco note. It
The
spiced it up
chocolate's still
too.
there.
Yeah. Spiced it up in the back.
Mm-hmm. More of that baking spice comes out.
Yep. Yeah.
And on the finish, I'm actually getting a little hint of a lemon zest.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's very nice. Let's see what pecan does for it. That really brings out the caramel. Not so much chocolate, it's caramel.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really
there's a little
rich.
chocolate still in there, but I mean, this is like a caramel bomb with the pecan.
Yeah. Nice and rich, bold flavor. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that caramel really shines.
I mean, you're getting a little bit, you're still getting the spice in the finish, and you get
Yeah.
a little bit of the oak
I'm getting like a hint of like coffee in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the pecan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that rich. Really good.
Yeah, particularly the coffee really comes out as the finish goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, the coffee is just really coming in strong now.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, I like that when the finish kind of changes as time goes on.
Mm-hmm. It's tough. It's
Long as
tough
it's
between
changing
those two.
pretty
Those
good.
both are very different, but very, very good.
Mm-hmm. So the next one last one we have here is from the Black Bourbon Society Barrel Pick. You can get this out at Westport Whiskey and Wine. It was still on sale when I was out there last week. It's 110.5 proof.
Okay.
It's got 1 baked American Pure. It's got 2 of the French Cuvée, 2 of the Maker's 46, 3 roasted French Mendiant, Mendiant.
Okay, so that's the
That's
new
the
one.
new stave, and then 2 of the French Spice. I was rather surprised at this because I usually find that when it's so evenly balanced in the staves like this, and this is pretty evenly balanced.
Yeah.
It's basically 2 of everything except for instead of the American oak, they took 1 of those and made it a French Mendiant.
Got it.
And that usually, to me, kind of nothing really shines, but in this one, I find that it does work with a fairly well balanced.
And this one won some award, right?
Yeah, it's won a few awards here lately. It's a really good whiskey, and Samara, you did a good choice. Did a good job picking this one. See, on the nose, it's like I was saying, it's balanced. There's
It's
nothing,
very balanced.
not a whole lot of anything particular standing out. But you're getting a little chocolate, you're getting a little spice, getting a little oak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not sure I'm getting any fruit.
No, I'm not either. I'm getting a lot of that oak,
Yeah.
a lot of that chocolate.
So let's take a sip.
It's very nice.
Yeah. You get that caramel You get a little of a chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a lot of spice.
Getting a lot of spice, yeah.
And I'm even getting a little bit of like a lemon zest.
Lemon zest. I'm getting like. Yeah, I'm getting that lemon too. Yeah, right in the back here.
Right on the finish.
Yeah, on the finish. It's a very nice finish. I really.
Mhm.
I think all three of these have some of the best finishes. Yeah,
Right.
they're just great. Yeah, but like you said, it's blended well, and I don't think anything particularly shines, but it's just good. You know, it's a good smooth.
Jane's always picking on me because I'm not a big fan of just the regular Maker's 46.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the Maker's 46 stave mostly brings tannins to the mix, and I'm not a big fan of tannins. But I do love these private selection barrels with the selections of other states and such.
Yeah. So can you could we do it? Say we wanted to do one. Could we just go out there and like schedule one or something?
You could if you've got like
Okay.
$8,000
Yeah.
and wanting to buy a whole barrel.
Right. Yeah. There we go.
You know, 'cause it's by the barrel. You know, you can't do it by the bottle. But yeah, it is something that a lot of liquor stores and bars are doing now, and it's really a very unique program. I think it's probably one of the best private selection programs out there right now.
Yeah, I think that's really cool because like you get to be a part of it, you know.
Yeah, and you're making a selection that is your selection. There's literally thousands of different combinations that you can do. So I doubt if anybody has done the exact same as somebody else.
Yeah.
So everything is your own selection.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and if you like it, you can go back and make it again. Or I know with the Party Mart, we actually did 2 different recipes with them. Not sure what the other one was. Sure, I've got a bottle back there somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
And
So let's see what a cranberry here does.
it really does completely change the taste. You know?
Now that really brings out the chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate, maybe even a little bit of that coffee.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That would make a really good
A
old fashioned.
little bit of a little bit of spice in there, kind of a baking spice. Not really sure what spice it is. It's not dominant on anything. Maybe a little nutmeg, maybe a little cinnamon, maybe a little allspice.
Mm-hmm.
But those spices are in there. There's a little bit of oak tannins.
A little bit of oak tannins. Yeah, kicked up the heat a little bit, but it's not like a black pepper, red pepper for me.
No.
It's more of like a floral, maybe.
Yeah,
Floral
more floral, kind of a white peppery floral.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Delicious with that. Yeah, I would say like that would make a great old fashioned too.
Yeah.
Almost
Actually,
probably would.
this might actually make a pretty decent whiskey sour too.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's see what a pecan does. Oh, that really brings out the chocolate.
It does. It brings out that spice too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate and spice.
Chocolate and spice. Everything nice.
Yeah. Oh, that is really good. That is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think with the pecan, like maybe the best of the 3. You
Oh
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost like a hot chocolate with a little cinnamon and nutmeg in it.
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah. I'll have to remember that when winter comes around.
Yeah. Yeah, winter comes around. Maybe this is what we need to use to make some hot toddies.
Hot toddies, yeah. Sure.
So,
All right.
yeah. So very good.
Cheers.
Cheers.